Hotepu Gatekeepers. What you're seeing on the screen here is a wheel at the top, which is a snapshot of your subconscious mind. This is an X-ray of the collective unconscious. And this is the master mandala used in the Golden Beetle shamanic training. And I'm going to make a series of YouTube classes, free and open to the public, explaining how to apply this model here in every area of your life. This is called the fixed zodiac or the natural zodiac, which simply means the signs shown here are these little images in these circles of color. This is the ram of Aries, the bull of Taurus, the twins of Gemini, the beetle of Cancer, the lion of Leo, the wheat of the Virgin of Virgo, the scales of Libra, the scorpion of Scorpio, the archer of Sagittarius, the goatfish of Capricorn, the water bearer we call Happy or Aquarius, and the fish of Nu or Pisces. All you have to know is never change this sequence when you're studying the pure zodiac or the natural zodiac. If you fix and lock the ram on the first, the bull on the second here, the twins on the third, the beetle on the fourth, the lion on the fifth, and so forth, and you simply study this in the way that one can study pure mathematics, where you study the laws of math, not the applications of math. Here are the laws of life in one simple image. It's astounding how much is packed in one image. And when we look at this more carefully, you're going to see you already know all things because you already have the understanding at the deepest level of your spirit of this wheel. So this wheel emerged from the depths of being itself, what we call the emergence of the mound of creation from the waters of Nu. Well, what emerged from the waters of nothingness, the waters of neutrality, was this wheel. This is what came out of the beginning, what the Egyptians called the mound of creation. And you can view this as a mound or an orb or a 3D image. Here you're seeing it as a flat 2D, but you can see it as a mound or an orb coming out of the waters of nothingness. And this is the master pattern upon which all things in the universe were made. This is the grand unified field theory. This is the gestalt of knowledge. This is the end-all and be-all of wisdom. That's why many great people in history studied astrology. Many great minds were astrologers, for good reason, as you'll see. Now, the deepest level of your being, what we call in the gaze spiritual system of the Golden Beetle of Ra, we call it Amenta. Amen means hidden. Ta means land or matter, Ta. So Amenta is the hidden land. It's considered hidden, or it is hidden, because everything there is at a neutral net charge. Everything cancels out, so it looks like it's not moving. The equations of that level of being are perfectly balanced, so it appears to be still. And once you have the equation imbalanced, you know that as energy matter, as kinetic energy, as forms and forces. Within the deepest level of you, of the tree, of the stone, of the galaxy, is Amenta, the hidden land. It has four great features, what I call the great quadrivium, the great quartet of the beginning. The four features of the deepest level of you and all things is, number one, peace. At your deepest level of being, there is eternal peace. Number two, omniscience. If you go deep enough into your being, you will know all answers to life's questions. Number three, omnipotence. If you go deep into who you are, you will find you have unlimited power to deal with whatever life sends you. And the fourth gift of this great quartet is omnipresence. That the deepest powers of the spirit are forever everywhere. There is no place where it is not. So you are never alone. That's what it means. Omnipresent means you are never alone. So, I want to take of those four quartet players of pre-creation, I want to take Omniscience, Mr. Omniscience, and let's look at his instrument and his passage in the quartet. Because through that, I'm going to prove to you that you can know all the secrets and mysteries of anything in the universe through studying his expression through this wheel. It's quite simple, actually. The first thing we have to establish are these numbers, which I've already mentioned, from 1 going counterclockwise to 12. 1 is this first pizza slice here, so to say. Second slice is here. The third slice is here. And so these numbers correspond to the slices that they are aligned with. These slices are called houses or mansions in the zodiac. This is the first house, the second house, the third house, and so forth. Each house has meaning. We're taking space here. This would be the east. Always the 9 o'clock point is the east. Where sun rises, this would be noon, high noon, the sun overhead. This is sunset. This is midnight. Okay? So we're taking space and time, dividing it into 12 equal slices of pizza, pizza pie, and giving each slice meaning. All you have to do to become omniscient is to learn the meanings of these pizza slices. The meaning of the first house or first slice is self-image, self-expression. The meaning of the second pizza slice is personal resources, meaning your money, possessions, land, and valuable material. The meaning of the third slice is always in this zodiac communications, personal ideas, and ways of their expression, short journeys. Now there are more meanings to each slice, but I chose this image because it's colorful, it's easy to read, and it's pretty simple. The fourth pizza slice is the mystery or the dimension of psychological foundations, home issues, endings, and your mother. It's more your mother than your parents. Your nurturing parent would say. The fifth slice is children, creativity, romance, attention, applause. The sixth is your employees, your job, personal service, your enemies. The seventh house is your marriage partner, your spouse, open adversaries. The eighth slice or the eighth dimension is people's resources, other people's resources, legacies, death, etc. So you can read through these and see what they each deal with. What I'm saying is memorize it. If you do that, you'll get a lot of bang for your buck. Now, the next dynamic to understand here, the next trick, is 1 always means this range of things. 2, it's almost like numerology, but not really numerology. But think of it like that. The number 1 has an innate meaning, and there it is. The number 2 has an innate meaning or range of meanings, and there they are. The number 3 in this system always has these innate meanings, more or less. Okay? So step 1, Learn the meanings one by one of the 12 slices of the pie. Step 2. Remember that 1 will always have this set of meanings, 5 will always have this range of meanings, 10 will always have this parameter of meanings. Now we go to step 3, the easy part. Let's say you stick your finger on 4. It has these range of meanings, including your mother. So 4 is all of this. We can include mother, we can include endings, homes, etc. The same kind of range of meanings. But let's take just one word, mother. Let's pretend now our finger is here. Like this is a game board, and we put our little figure, our little toy car, like in Monopoly, your little toy figurine, here. So pretend 4 has become 1. So call this 1 because your finger's on it. This is where your little car is, your little figure. Erase these in here in your mind and just pretend this is 1. Your finger is always 1. This becomes 2. This becomes like 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's fourth from 1. 1, 1, 2, 3, fourth. Ignore this 7 for now. Pretend this is a 4. 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. Okay? So this is the 2nd from your mother. This is the 3rd from your mother. This is the 4th from your mother. This is the 5th from your mother. Okay? Let's take your husband. So here we have our gay couples and their partners. So pretend this is 1. Put your finger here, put your little Monopoly man here, and just imagine this is 1. This becomes your partner's 2. It was 1, 2. Always where your finger or your little man is counted as 1. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is 5th from your husband, your boyfriend, your lover. Okay. Now what was rule number 2 that I told you? The numbers have fixed meaning. So this is going to be 1 in our case here. 2 means what? Personal resources, possessions, land, and material values. Money. So this is your partner's 2 here is your partner's money. So erase this 8 and put a 2 here. And pretend that this 8 is acting like 2 from your partner. This same 2 here, where this is 1, this becomes 2, is your partner's money, but it's 5 from your mother. It's your mother's creativity. If I put my finger back on here for my mother, pretend it's 1 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this here, what's called the 8th in the natural zodiac, is the 2nd from my husband, and the 5th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, from my mother. You see? This here, 6, is naturally employees. Pretend this is now 1, because we're going to discuss the subject of the conversation is employees. Here the subject of the sentence was mother. Here the subject of the sentence was partner. My partner's money. My partner's 2nd is his money. My partner's communications, 3. my partner's home, because this is fourth from partner. So we'll act like this list of things, pretending we've erased the 10 and put a 4 there if we're starting from partners. Here is an employee. Employees money, employees communications, 3. Employees home, because it's 1, 2, 3, 4 from the employee. Employees creativity, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is here, and so on and so forth. This I call fractal houses. Similar but slightly different. So here we have the partner, and the second house from him is the number 2, and the number 2 always means this stuff. So this 8 is your partner's 2, your mother's 5, your employee's 3. It's not hard to follow, yet it's key to follow it. Now, let me give you an example of what is the point of this. Why should you bother studying this? Okay. Let's talk about money. Let's say you are a golden beetle shaman, and this zodiac is going to make you omniscient, all-knowing. You're going to be able to understand any part of your life or anyone's life through the natural laws that govern that subject of conversation, that topic. So we're picking now the topic of money here. So we can just make all this mean money for now. Money's wealth. If money's our first, our finger's here. The second, 1, 2, second, erase all the words in here and put these words there, because 2 from 1 will act like these words. So money's value. Money's 1, 2, 3. Money's communications. Money's psychological foundations, 4. 1, 2, 3. Fourth from money will act like 4, the words under 4. So let's start this analysis. So you want money, right? Let's say you want lots more money. Well, money's wealth, second from money, okay, will be the twins of Gemini. So money's wealth is the twins, meaning talk. You have to sell it. The Gemini sign, not houses. The twins are about salesmanship. If you want money to get richer, start selling something. Okay, money's communications, because third, 1, 2, 3 from money acts like 3, these words. So money's communication should be Cancerian. In order for you to make more money, to sell something, you have to make the customer think you care. Look at every commercial on television. We care. We are Jones and Wentworth Law Firm. We care. That Johnson's baby shampoo cares about your child's eyes. That Honda Civic cars care about your family's safety and comfort. That is the key component, the key trick to getting you to buy something. You have to trust that the company you're buying from cares about you. Now, I guarantee you, 99.9% of the companies in the world could care less about you. They've simply learned through market research, give some kind of message with some music and some pretty colors and some family smiling, and they think we care. Kaiser Permanente, we care. They could care less about you. You're just another dollar to them. But to make more money, you have to, money's communication should be very nurturing and caring. Okay? Money's foundation. 1, 2, 3, fourth from money will act like 4's words, but 5's symbol. So money's psychological basis is to be like a lion. That I have money, I'm going to show it off. I have money, I'm the king. I have the gold. Yes, the fourth house, it doesn't say here, but the fourth house tells you what makes you happy. So money's happiness, you count 4 from money. 1, 2, 3, 4. Money's happiness is, I win. I'm better than you. I have a bigger house than you. Like a lion, like Leo. I have more jewelry than you. I shine more than you. I have more attention than you. That's the natural function of money. Money's happiness comes when you're able to show it off and show how you're better and special than everybody else. And here's the key to what I'm saying. This is called the natural zodiac, meaning the natural order of it. It is not natural to have a lot of money and not be happy with showing it off, displaying it. Because once you have a lot of money and you want to be happy with that money, show it off. Go on a shopping spree, right? Get a new diamond ring, buy a new mansion, buy a new Rolls Royce. And I guarantee you, by the law of the universe, of the zodiac, if you go out and buy something fabulous and expensive and show it off, that money in that moment will make you happy. You'll be very happy that you're rich. Do you see what I'm saying? People over time create cockamamie ideas that break the natural order of the zodiac. They say, well, if you have money, you should be subtle about it and doesn't make you happy. No, money by itself won't make you happy, but money has its own kind of happiness. And its happiness is, I win, I'm the lion, I'm better than you. Now, you don't have to like what I'm saying. You don't have to like what nature is telling us, the natural zodiac. It still won't change tea in China. From time immemorial, when a person with the money wants to feel happy, they start flossing and showing off that money. Do you see what I mean? If you get a little bit of money and you want to feel happy with this money, what do? You go buy something and you show it off. Look at my new Versace. Look at my new car. Look at my new boat. Look at my new house. Look at my new swimming pool. And that is how you should be about it. That's my point. That's what the natural or nature zodiac says. Let's go to money's fifth house. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. Money's pride. The fifth house is children, creativity, romance, and pride. Money's pride is Virgo. What makes money proud, because you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the fifth from any house is that house's pride. Money's pride is that I have servants. Virgo, employees. I have servants. I have a cook. I have a maid. I have a chauffeur. When you have that and you have money, it makes you very proud of that money. Okay? Money's sixth house, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Money's sixth house will act like the words under 6, but the sign on the sixth spot. So money's sixth house is money's enemies. The sixth house is your Jobs, personal service, health, employees, and enemies. It's not here, but it is. Not written here. What is the enemy? One, two, three, four, five, six. Right. Money's sixth house is enemies or money's disease. What makes money sick? That's why health here. Money's disease is marriage. Wow. Wow. What can make your money sick, make it get ill, what can bring out your money's enemy is your marriage partner who wants to fight with you over the money and who controls what and who has the power. Also, the scales are contracts. What can make your money become sickly and ill is a bad contract. That you sign something that you didn't read, didn't look at carefully, and now you're bound, you're stuck. Okay? So, money's partner is the seventh from money. So let's count seven. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Money's open adversary or partner is jealousy. The scorpion. The scorpion is a sign of jealousy. People with agendas who want to steal your money. Envy. Plots and schemes. Whenever you have a lot of money, its marriage partner, meaning seventh from it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Its marriage partner is a scorpion. A lot of money is going to bring a lot of scorpions around you. Deceivers, thieves, a lot of greedy people, a lot of jealousy. That's money's partner. And you'll know this once you get more money. People start acting more dirty, they act more underhanded, they're more cunning, and they want to steal from you. Okay, let's look at the sixth house, the eighth house, money's danger. The eighth house is always, it's not written here, but the eighth always means crisis or danger. Let's count 8 from 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Money's danger is Sagittarius, the archer. That's banks. The archer owns banks. The archer also owns bombast, hyperbole, and exaggeration, overspending, too much, being frivolous, too much. The enemy of your money is a bank, unless you're very, very clever. The enemy of a lot of money is overspending, because the archer overdoes things and exaggerates things and doesn't look at the pragmatic amount of money in the bank and how much a thing costs and can you afford it. Money's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Money's philosophy, religion, and the ninth house is always luck. So money's luck, money's philosophy, money's religion. Let's count 9 from 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We land on the goatfish of Capricorn. So money's philosophy and religion acts like Capricorn. Money's religion is, I have status. It's the religion of social power and status. When you have a lot of money, you expect to be worshipped in society as someone of high status, of importance, of prestige and accomplishment. That's the religion of the rich, that I'm higher up the ladder than you. The philosophy of all people with money is, I'm better than you. That's their philosophy. And guess what? This is what the law is telling you is natural and normal. I'm better than you in a social context. Socially, I'm better than you. I'm higher than you. I'm more tame than you. I'm more important than you. And it's true. You don't have to like what I'm saying. And this is what I teach the shamans, to separate what they want to hear in the fantasy from the reality. The reality is you could have someone who has no character, a jerk, thief, sociopath, who is rich. They are socially more important than you, who is good, honest, caring, and tender. No one's going to give you a TV show. No one's going to give you radio time. No one's to hear what you have to say on an interview because you're not that important. You understand? I'm not saying it's pretty. I'm simply saying that's how it's been since the beginning of time for humans, and it's not going to change. You won't get your own TV show. You understand? So this sequence is showing you the truth of life. It may be painful in some areas to accept that. And you have to accept it and then work within that to either evolve it, tweak it, adjust it, etc. Okay, so let's count. Next, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The 10th from anything acts like the words under 10, but in this case, through the sign of the water bearer. So we had here money's luck, money's religion. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this was money's religion, money's status. Money's religion is that I'm better than you. I hope I didn't confuse those in my counting, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right. So 9 here is money's religion. Its religion is, I'm better than you, I have more status than you, I'm more important than you in the world, because I have more money than you, and you're nobody. Don't have to like that fact of the religion of money, but that's how it's going to be. Okay. Money's 10th house, 10 from 2 is here. That's money's profession, money's status, money's success. Money's success is, I can make dreams come true. It will act like the water bearer Aquarius. Money's success says, success is defined by, I can make my dreams come true. And yours. I can make the group's dream come true. I can make a social movement. I can give give money to organizations and make their dreams come true. That is the status, the accomplishment of money, the 10th from the 2nd. Then we have the 11th from the 2nd, which is money's hopes and dreams. Money's social contribution to the group is the fish. So money's ideals, money's social values and aspirations for the group is charity. It will act like the fish. Money's ultimate social contribution is charity. The fish of Pisces. And the 12th house is always the house of loss. It's not written here, but I'll make it summarized. 12 always means loss. It takes things away. So 12 from 2 is 1, the ram. What makes you lose your money? The ram of Aries. Spendthrifting, just impulse buying, and being completely selfish. Because the ram is me, 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 and the ram is fast. He's the war god. He moves fast like fire. So if you just start spending impulsively without thinking it through, you will drain your money. because 12 always drains the sign that comes after that 12. So we learn money's wealth comes if you sell. Money's communications must make the client or customer feel that you care, that your product cares. Money's happiness comes from showing off like the lion all of your wealth. Money's enemy, money's one, two, three, four. Money's, I'm sorry, not enemy, but money's pride is that I have a lot of employees and you don't. Money's sickness is your marriage partner and contracts. Money's lover is jealousy. Money's partner is envy, jealousy, and undermining. Money's crisis or money's danger is overdoing it, exaggerating, buying more than you can afford. Also, this is telling you that religion is an enemy to money. True spirituality, if you're not very wise, makes you not want to have your money. That's why people who are rich are not really very deeply spiritual, unless you come to an African system. Egyptians were very rich. Egypt was the richest country in the world. But they knew that if you're not very careful, if you don't have oracles, religion and money will fight. It'll bring crisis and tension. Okay? Now we have the ninth from money. Money's religion is, well, I'm better than you. I'm higher than you. I'm more important to you than you in the social ladder. Money's public image, its contribution is, through my money, I can make your dreams come true, as well as mine. Money's hopes and wishes for the world is to be charitable for the community, to be charitable towards the community. And money's undoing is spending too fast and too furious. Okay? Let's look at a few more. Let's pick one. Let's pick the fifth house here of romance. So this has become our number one. So romance is our subject. Romance is wealth, acts like the Virgin. Romance is wealth, acts like, or its value comes in you being able to make someone else have their problems be fixed. When you're in a romantic bond, the value of it is that you are healing each other. You're healing each other's bodies through sex or each other's emotions. Romance's communication is open. You should talk to your romantic partner about what you want romantically. You see, we're talking about romance as our subject, so we have to kind of tweak the meaning of the scales. Well, romantic conversation. I like it this way. How do you like it? Romance's happiness is the Scorpion, which is keeping things quiet on the down low, keeping things under the radar. What you do behind the doors, the dirty stuff behind the doors, is what makes romance happy. The fourth house always can be endings as well. What will end romance? Jealousy. Romance's pride is that you get to expand your sexual expression. You get to really expand the boundaries of your sexual play, the archer. Romance's duty or romance's challenge or enemy is the goatfish of having to go to work. When you're in bed in a romantic moment, the part you hate the most is I gotta go to work. I have duties and responsibilities to fulfill. Romance's partner is the water bearer. Hopes and wishes and dreams come true. When you're in a romantic partnership, what always accompanies that, as its cosmic marriage, so to speak, is you are my dream lover, my ideal lover. You're making my dreams of romance and kissing and cuddling come true. Romance's danger or tragedy is that you might get lost in it. The fish deals with getting too wrapped up in something, getting lost in something, lost in a fantasy, that you blur reality and fantasy. That's the danger of a romantic bond, that you stop seeing reality and you're in some kind of alternate dream world. Romance is religion. Romance is expansion would be hot and heavy like the ram. Let's hit it. Let's do this. Romance's religion is let's go for it. Let's break the bed. Let's tear down the chandeliers. Swing as we swing from them. Romance's status and career is that you get to treat each other to luxuries and treats and sweet things, diamonds, gifts, the bull of Taurus. Romance's status is, well, I'm going to get you a gift, I'm going to give you, we're going to have a sweet dinner tonight as a surprise, we're going to travel to Aruba, things like that. Okay? Romance's hopes, dreams, and aspirations is that I have someone that I can spend time with. These are like friends. But the twins are like not deep friends, just we're friends. We are more like friendly associates. You see, the hopes, dreams, and wishes, meaning 11 from 5, is the twins. The twins are not that deep. I don't want to go too deep with you. We're just, we can talk, hang out, maybe have dinner and travel, but it's not that deep. And I don't want to talk about deep things either, because the twins of Gemini are quite shallow. They don't want to go too deep into a situation. Okay, they don't want to hear about, your family and your past relationships and your sicknesses and your mother dying and your father having whatever cancer. No. The wish of a romantic bond is keep it shallow, keep it simple. What drains a romance is moving into a home together. The beetle of Cancer, the crab. The way to drain romance real quick, because it's 12 from 5, is move in together, make a home together, start nesting. That'll kill it. Get really attached and needy, which is Cancer. Get very emotionally needy and attached. That'll kill it real fast. So I wanted you just to get a sense of, if you want to understand any subject, put your finger on it and start counting to get the understanding of the laws of money, the laws of romance. There's the laws of communication. With this is 1, this is 2 from 1, and this is 3 from 1 here. And you'll start to get the truth of life, and you'll let go of your delusions about areas of life. And it helps you to become at peace with what seems to be injustices about life. Like we say, for example, with money, money's religion is, I'm better than you. Now, that can sound unjust, but what the pure zodiac or the natural zodiac is telling you is that's the way it's supposed to be. Those with more money are worshipped. Automatically, they're honored, they're elevated, they're made like gods in their family or their community or their town or their country or the world, depending upon the skill and variance of their level of fame and influence. Okay? And the final thing I wanted to touch on was this little set of numbers down here, these angles. I'll only touch on this. Basically, I can explain this a little more easily up here. If we count this as 0, each slice is 30 degrees long, so this is 0 to, that's 30. From 30 to here is 60. From 60 here to this line is 90. Okay? And this begins the 90th degree. So from here to the beginning of this slice is the 30th degree begins here. And then 60 to 59. And then when you cross into this area here with the blue beetle, you're starting 90, and you keep adding 30s. All right, very quickly, 90 degrees is stressful. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Every time you hit 4 from something, it's called 90 degree, a square. So if I make this number 1, count 4. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. So the Virgin squares the twins. Make the Ram 1, 2, 3, 4. The Ram and the Beetle of Cancer are square. Pick any one you want. Make that number 1. Count 1, 2, 3, 4. The Water Bearer of Aquarius squares the Bull of Taurus. It's a natural squaring. Squaring means stress. So to give you a taste of what that means, the shaman has a client, or he's at a workshop and people say, I want to be happy in life. The shaman says, well, let me teach you about happiness. Number 1, it's hard to get it because the fourth of any position is the happiness. So money's happiness, count 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, was showing off your wealth. But because we know it is a square, which is a stress, you see the square here? It's a square angle. Although showing off your money makes your experience of money happy for you, it is innately stressful. It's innately squaring 90 degrees from each other. So happiness is always hard to get, because happiness is always the fourth from a position, and the fourth is always a stressful angle of a 90 degree right angle called a square. This is teaching you happiness is never easy to get. It is a struggle. Square means what? Struggle, tension, trials, pain. You don't have to like what I'm saying, but no one just pops out of the womb and are just forever happy. It's always a struggle to find happiness. The fourth house also contains endings. It's the house of endings. The fourth house from any house is a square, telling you what? No matter what ending it is, it's going to be difficult. All endings for humans are stressful because it's a square. You see? So by learning these angles, you learn certain things in life are hard no matter what we try to do. The fourth house is homes. Homes is a square because it's the fourth house. So your company, your job's home, 1, 2, 3, 4. The archer is something outside of you usually. It's someplace distant. Your job's home is the company. It's the business. It's where you have to drive to. It's the office you have to go to. You see? It's home. It's annoying to have to get to it. It's a pain in the neck to have to deal with that. If you have a home-based business, it's annoying that you have to leave your home, like your living space, and go into your business space because you now can't enjoy your home. You see? So by looking at these natural geometric angles here, called aspects of the subconscious, you learn some things are easy, some things are hard, no matter who you are, no matter what you're doing. Okay? So, that's this very brief lecture on how to know anything through studying one thing. And if you take what I'm saying and you really study it, which we do in the training in the Golden Beetle, this section actually of what I'm teaching today on this video, I'll be teaching publicly. I'm going to make some of our teachings for the world to benefit humanity, and some you have to sign up for and take the classes for, the more intense training and the training that deals more with power. Recall I discussed that there are the great quadrivium, the four great features of being: peace, omniscience, omnipotence, omnipresence. When we teach you more about the omnipotence component, because there are powers hiding in these slices that we can invoke through ritual and ceremony, that is more, you have to take classes and I have to monitor you, because power is wonderful when handled with wisdom and intelligence. So don't make the power part too open, although I'll soon be doing a series of classes on rituals, open to the YouTube community, to the worldwide community. Okay? So, for example, if you felt happiness has been always eluding you, know that the Zodiac is telling you everyone feels that. It's natural to feel that happiness is a struggle. It's a square phenomenon, a square event, geometrically. You see? Inner peace is the 12th house. But the 12th house is a house of draining. It's a very dangerous house, actually. It's telling you, to find peace, it's a draining adventure. It's going to work you. Think about it. Don't you wish you had more moments of peace, just a moment of peace in your life? But to do that, you have to almost change your whole lifestyle. You have to do things you don't normally do at all. You have to drain your natural way of doing things. You have to wash that away and just try this thing of peace. And it's never long lasting because it's a water sign. Water never stays still. And it's a mutable water sign. I'm getting a little more advanced here. But Pisces, the fish, is a mutable water sign, meaning peace. Mutable means it keeps fluxing. It keeps shifting. It won't stay still. This is telling you, unless you are initiated deep into the waters of spirit, if you stay on the surface of the waters of spirit, it's always choppy waters. The peace comes and it goes just as fast. Career is, if you count the ram as your starting point always, the career sign, which is 10, is 4 from 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 10 is 4 from 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're always counting as if this were 1. So career is also a square, like happiness and home life. Getting a home is a lot of stress. Career is also very stressful. Any job, any status you're trying to get, you're going to have to face the square of struggles. So don't think it's just you. It is the natural structure of your subconscious. Your subconscious. You see? What's easy in life? Trines. Things that are 5 from each other. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Romance comes easy. When you're in romance, you're in love, it comes easily, right? It's there. You don't have to fight for it, struggle. You just have those feelings. Because trines just arrive. There's no hard work at trines. You see? Creativity. When you find what you love to do, it just kind of flows. There's not a lot of work to it. You just kind of are in it. and you love it without trying. Also, we count backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The Archer of Sagittarius. Religion, spirituality, hope. Hope comes in easy. When you start hoping things, it just flows. If you give into hope and a higher power, things just flow without a lot of work. Unlike a career or a house. You get that house, the work just begins after you sign the contract. Now the real work begins. But once you give into a high power, things just kind of flow. The work stops. You see? So some things come easy. The trines come easy. What's called sextiles, which is 3 from 1. 1, 2, 3. Sextiles act like the twins. They come if you add a little elbow grease, because the third house is the house of effort. If you add a little effort, it comes pretty easily. You see? So we can find out why some things in life are always hard for us humans, why some things tend to come easily for we humans, and it makes it ordered and understandable. So this again was a very brief introduction into the omniscience hiding in this wheel, the knowledge of all things. The 5th house is politics. If you want how politics really work, politics is money, politics is expression, politics, did I say politics is? Politics, happiness. Look at that. The 5th house is politics. Count 4 from that to get its happiness. 1, 2, 3, 4. Its happiness is Scorpion. Deceit, backdoor deals, cunning, manipulation. That's what makes politicians happy. That I can influence and manipulate you and the system through my power. You don't have to like that that's what makes politics happy. However, it doesn't change tea in China. It's how it is. How it has always been and how it shall always be. The most we can do is try to express this Scorpion in its highest octave, its most divine expression. So there you have it. The answer to everything in one thing. I pray you enjoyed this, and tune in for more of our videos we'll be doing on this for the World Wide Web here, on this dynamic of the zodiac, the pure zodiac, and how to understand all parts of life from knowing one super system, this natural zodiac wheel. Dwawen Hotepu.